From Elon's submarine car to having 3 different nationalities, these are Elon Musk facts you didn't know. And first, did you know Elon created a school from scratch for his kids?
Actually, I created a little school. It's called Ad Astra, which means to the stars. There aren't any grades. I'm making all the children go in the same grade at the same time.
But next up, did you know Elon was a musical genius? But at number 18, Elon cooked up a baby name from, honestly, no clue.
How do you say the name?
Well, it's just X, the letter X, and then the AE is like pronounced Ash.
That's a very tasteful name, and so are his diamonds, because at number 17 he got Ben Baller to make an iced out custom Tesla ring, and this is how Elon repaid him.
I wish there was a joke. I'm locked inside my Tesla.
But even with billions in his safe, he's still living like he's broke. Broke. Because at number 16, the woke were on a manhunt for Elon, so he sold off 6 mansions for a 50k tiny home.
Elon Musk has revealed he's living in a 375 square foot foldable home.
Bro just needs to make ends meet. And at number 15, to cover his rent in college, he and his boys turned their 10-bedroom house into a money-making nightclub. 500 people at $5 a pop had Elon looking like Diddy. Now at number 14, he was exposed for being a liar. See, he's been running around claiming that he's one of the best Diablo players on the planet.
So are you in the top 20 in the world? Or
Yeah.
top 20? Wow, in Diablo.
Yeah.
How can he have time to nuke Mars and be a top gamer? But when he streamed Diablo with the game developers, it was clear, you can't.
There are 4 things there. This one has a real risk of dying.
4 things. What are those things?
Poor things.
Elon Musk's weirdest lie so far. Makes no sense that he would just write that off as just 4 things.
But look, at number 13, we gotta talk about one of the rarest vehicles in the world. See, in 2013, Elon took a page out of James Bond's playbook when he bought the actual Lotus E-Spirit submarine car for $1 million. But having a sweet ride wouldn't be enough. He wanted to make the submarine car a reality. A reality none of us are a part of. But until then, you're free to pay Elon 100k to drive the Cybertruck that was inspired by the Lotus E-Spirit. But at number 12, Elon had bigger plans for life off Earth. See, the only way he can fulfill his lifelong mission of occupying Mars is with nuclear power.
But eventually you can transform Mars into an Earth-like planet.
How would you do that?
There's the fast way and the slow way.
Okay. Give me the fast way.
Drop thermonuclear weapons over the poles.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue what he's talking about. But for number 11, everyone knows Musk and Zuckerberg are going at it like it's prime Floyd Mayweather versus prime Mike Tyson. But apparently the smartest mind in the world thought it would be a good idea to fight a man twice his size.
The only way I'm going to knock him over is momentum. So I got to basically run at him. So I did. Ran at him, did a judo throw, knocked him over, and smashed a disc in my neck in the process. It would be like running at that wall,
3 neck surgeries later, and he's ready for Mr. Zuck. But for number 10, he has a secret most people don't know. Born in South Africa, he came out of the womb with a South African citizenship locked in.
So I'm actually from Africa, named after my American ancestor.
My man's an African, no doubt. But at 17, Elon dipped to Canada with his mom, who was born there, and boom, Canadian citizenship was in his pocket. While he attended Queen University in Canada, he had bigger plans of coming to America. So while at Penn University, he became a naturalized US citizen by 2002. And in 2024, he's putting an end to immigration. Elon's lore is out of this world. But at number 9, he barely made it out of Africa. Growing up in South Africa during the height of racial tension, every day was like living in a war zone, especially if you were white. Violence was the soundtrack of his childhood, and Elon learned the hard way how ugly it could get. See, he was with his brother when they found themselves literally hanging by a thread.
South Africa, when I was growing up, was just an inherently very violent place. I almost got beaten to death once.
I was sitting next to Elon. This was white people attacking white people. 4 or 5 guys, and they just start beating him senseless with their fists. There's nothing I can do to help. I just have to sit and watch this.
Just think, no SpaceX, no Tesla, no Musk, and no boogers in the Oval Office. But at number 8, Elon tried to warn the world about something even more dangerous. See, Musk have been sounding the alarm on artificial intelligence for years, and his warnings were honestly terrifying.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
But despite all the terrifying warnings, Musk decided to join in on it and make a huge chunk of cash.
I tried to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
At least he has a plan. But at number 7, even Musk found out things don't always go as planned. See, the guy who became a powerhouse in space travel was on the brink of disaster. Elon Musk bet everything on privatized space exploration, but his first 3 rocket launches From 2006 to 2008, the Falcon 1 rocket couldn't even reach orbit. Each explosion cost him millions, and after the third failure, SpaceX was literally one launch away from total collapse.
If we hadn't gotten it done then, the company would have gone bankrupt a few days after Christmas.
His dream of making life multiplanetary could have ended right there. But in September of 2008, on their final shot, SpaceX made Falcon 1 the first privately developed liquid fuel rocket to reach orbit.
I need a new nervous system.
That win led to a $1.6 billion contract from NASA and set the stage for everything Musk has accomplished in space. But that wasn't his only make or break moment. See, at number 6, he almost lost Tesla that he stole. See, Tesla was burning through cash during the production of the Model 3, and by 2017 the company was days away from shutting down.
Essentially, the company was bleeding money like crazy, and if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die.
If that funding didn't come through, Tesla would have died before it even had a chance to take off. And that's why at number 5, he never takes a day off. See, Elon's first company, PayPal, was drowning financially right in the middle of him getting married. So he planned a trip for his honeymoon, but instead of relaxing, he got the most devastating news of his career.
You know, I think it's not a good idea to leave the office when there are like a lot of major things underway which are causing people a great deal of stress.
Imagine getting fired from the same company you built from the ground up. But that wasn't the end of his vacation nightmares, because just 3 months later, Elon tried to get away again, this time to his hometown of South Africa for another honeymoon. And in a week that was supposed to be drowning in love, turned into contradicting the deadliest form of malaria.
I mean, he goes on vacation at one point and they oust him from PayPal. And then he goes to Africa at one point, he gets malaria. He says, I've learned, vacations kill you. Lesson learned.
But it got even worse. He came back to the US and was misdiagnosed for days. So while Elon was in intensive care, one doctor found a real issue and got him the care he needed. Still, the vacation horror didn't stop there. See, in 2014, Elon took a week off and boom, a rocket bound for the US space station exploded. Some might say it was on purpose. And even though it wasn't his rocket, it foreshadowed the chaos ahead, because he took a week off and came back to his own Tesla rocket exploding.
The lesson here is don't take a week off.
And ever since then, the only breaks he can afford are a few hours of sleep.
My workload went up from about, 70 to 80 hours a week to probably 120.
But at number 4, Elon Musk wasn't just changing the game, he was the inspiration for Iron Man. Now sure, Tony Stark's character is based on a comic book, but when it came time to bring him to life, the director had no clue on how to make Stark feel real, so they went straight to the source.
Well, he did interview me. I guess I met with Robert Downey Jr. Just before they were filming, gave him a tour of the rocket factory, showed him the electric car and everything.
And his contribution led to the production of Iron Man 2 being shot in Elon's Tesla factory and landed his first movie role.
Mr. Musk, how are you?
Congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Those Merlin engines are fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good idea for an electric jet.
You do?
Yeah.
Then we'll make it work.
Well look, we've hit the top 3, and these next facts, they're so wild they might just rewrite everything you thought you knew about Elon Musk. See, he didn't become the richest man in the world by being smart. He was shaped by the abuse from his father, because Elon moved back with his father at 15, and his father passed on the engineering gene.
He is an extremely talented engineer, electrical and mechanical engineer.
Now it wasn't long before Elon found out he made the most regrettable decision of his life. His father lectured him for hours, breaking him down mentally and emotionally. And that wasn't even the worst of it. Elon also faced brutal bullying at school, and his dad would take the side of the assaulters. Despite all of this, Musk never let his painful past define him. Instead, he used it as a fuel to power forward. But what's even crazier is number 2, the time he prevented World War III. See, in 2022, Elon Musk pulled off one of the most controversial moves of his life, and it might have saved the world from nuclear disaster. When Russia invaded Ukraine, they crippled Ukraine's communication with a massive cyber attack, leaving their military fighting blind. But Elon stepped in, donating thousands of Starlink receivers, giving Ukraine a high-tech advantage in the war. At first it was used for defense, but as time went on, Ukraine started using Starlink for coordinating attacks, and that's when things got really dangerous. Ukraine planned a stealth submarine assault on Crimea, targeting a major Russian fleet. But there was one huge problem. Russia had warned that an attack like this was a red line, one that could trigger nuclear retaliation. Elon knew about the attack because he was in contact with the Ukrainian leaders, and at the last second, he shut down Starlink access to the area, preventing the assault. He believed the risk of nuclear war was too great, and just like that, he may have stopped the world war. Honestly, he might have just been God, but Elon himself even admitted he never wanted to be in that position. But at that moment, he was forced to make a decision that could have changed history forever. But an even crazier fact about Elon is that he is the father to twins that he doesn't even know. See, Elon has always been full of surprises, but this one Elon, even his own girlfriend didn't see it coming. Look, back in the 2010s, Elon hired Siobhan Zilis, a brilliant engineer who worked on Tesla's autopilot program, and later became a director at Neuralink. The two grew close, and at one point, Siobhan revealed she wanted kids, but through an anonymous sperm donor. That's when Elon made an offer that would have changed everything. He volunteered his own DNA, which turned into twins. But here's where things take a wild turn. While that was going on, Elon and his girlfriend Grims were expecting their second child through surrogate, and Elon didn't tell her about the Siobhan's twins. While Elon and his girlfriend were expecting their second child, Zilla's twins were born 7 weeks premature in the same hospital.
The twins were born about a month before Elon and ex Grimes welcomed their second child together, a daughter via surrogate.
The truth didn't come out till months later, and when Grims confronted Elon about it, he reportedly shrugged it off, saying she can do what she wants. Asperger's or not, the level of unbothered confidence is next level Musk behavior.